Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into here. This is Talla's bedding. We use the compressed coconut fiber, the expandable kind. You don't have to buy that, but it's just easier because I need so much bedding. It comes in a brick like this, and you add water, and it turns into this. But you gotta make sure that there's no clumps. It's gotta be completely dissolved because they can eat a big clump and it's not good for them. But the reason we use coconut is because if they eat it, it will not hurt them. But it's still a little moist right now, so I am letting it dry out. I am going to add some sand to it. I do not use the calcium sand, but since I only have such a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the calcium sand, even though normally I wouldn't do this. I would just use place sand, so I don't really recommend the calcium sand, but this really isn't that much for the habitat. So I'll probably use about half of this and then go get some place sand. And that is the bedding that I'm going to use. Okay, now I got the bedding and her enclosure, and you just want to make double sure, triple sure that there is no big clumps. It's actually more moist than I would like before I usually put it in here, but it'll dry out really fast with the lighting and she'll be fine. Okay, this is her home. It's made from a dining room table. Put some few bells and whistles to make it look better for things that, you know, hold the lights on. Used dowel rods and then the little decorative corner pieces. She has her little hide box over here, which is, you can't really see it well. It opens. It's really simple to make. I was thinking for easier cleanup to put latches like this so it would open. You know, regular latches, but I'm glad that I didn't go that way because I'm pretty sure all this would have seeped on the floor. This way it's actually really, it's really tight. It doesn't come through, as you can see, and you can see my shadow. Sorry for that. I also stained it. I stained the wood. It doesn't hurt her. I let it dry for a good week before she was introduced to the habitat. And of course, this is her heat lamp and this is her UV lamp. Okay, now I have her stuff in here. I just have these little slates, and this is where she eats. I do have a bowl for her, but she'd rather eat off of a plate, and this is just a lot easier. This is just a pretty, she knows it's not food. I don't have to worry about her eating it, but you can actually put live plants in here. But make sure that they are about here and not around the perimeter because they like to walk the perimeter. This is a walk-in water bowl. Make sure that she could walk in and walk out because, you know, she can't swim, she'll drown. And there's her basking rock. She likes that. And like, I use a lot of bedding so it's all level with each other, and I'll come in here and make sure it's level because if it's not, she'll sometimes get stuck on a rock. And so this is just how it is now. You know, I could change it, rearrange it. I might put live plants in here for her. I have another water dish. This one's a little bit big right now, but she's been getting in and out of this one okay, so I might switch it up, but so far this is working out good for her. I also use Timothy hay. I usually just put it in her hide box, so she has some Timothy hay in there. It could be used as bedding. She could eat it. She comes in here sometimes and she'll spread it all over the place, but that's what I like to put it in her hide box. Okay, now she's all bathed and clean and dry and she's ready to go back home. There you go, Talla. And she was so good, and she let me clean her face off real good. So, Talla, food. Talla, food. Food. Give her a treat of some mustard greens and a little bit of apple. So, food, Talla. Food. Yeah, she knows. She knows. Look how fast she is. No, sometimes she'll get spoiled if I start hand feeding her. You want this? Get apple? No? What? She's gonna bite my fingernail. There you go. With the apple, I like to hand feed her so she could take bites of it and it's easier for her. Oh, she got me. I don't want her to choke, so be careful with the apple. And Talla's not the only one getting her house clean today. This guy is getting his house clean today too, and he's taking a bath when I clean it, but it's a lot easier because I use stone slabs in his enclosure and I don't use bedding. So he's taking a bath, and then I have one more bearded dragon, and then I'll be done. I just want to make it clear that I am not an expert at all at the Sulcata Tortoise, at all. I am a noob. She is my first, and she probably will be my last. She is my forever family member. She's going to be here probably longer than I am going to be here. She's going to be in my will, and actually, I don't even know if she's a she. We won't know that for another, 3 years? Anyhow, I actually am thinking about adopting an older tortoise because I have enough land to where I could house 2, and I've already started the plans for her outdoor enclosure, and it's gonna be really awesome. It's gonna be really awesome, and I have those plans, and I have enough room to house 2. I wouldn't house them together when she gets old enough, but it'll give me the experience with an older tortoise, and it will give another tortoise a home. So I am thinking about adopting one once I do even more research, because every day I do more research and more research and more research. But so far, she is a wonderful reptile to have. Her personality it's crazy for reptiles to have such personality. She is learning I crap you not. She's learning her name. She knows treats. She knows her food. She's got excellent eyesight. When you walk by, she knows you're there. She is incredible, and I love her so much.